An attack on a careless parent, whom Mike Schmidt mistook for a kidnapper, results in the termination of Mike Schmidt's employment as a mall police officer. In the course of his visit to career counselor Steve Raglan, he is presented with the opportunity to serve as a night guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a family restaurant that has been completely abandoned. After social services threatened to take custody of his younger sister Abby and hand her over to his estranged Aunt Jane, Mike eventually agreed to accept the offer, despite his initial reluctance. This was owing to the fact that social services were concerned about Mike's mental instability. Mike has a dream in which he is a witness to the abduction and assumed murder of his brother Garrett, who was dragged away by an unknown guy. The dream occurs on the first night, when Mike falls asleep and receives a glimpse of the event. After that, Mike is confronted by 5 youngsters who are not identified but who are said to have seen the abduction and immediately fled. Mike has a meeting with Vanessa Shelley, a police officer, on the second night. She takes him on a tour of the restaurant and explains that it was shut down in the 1980s due to the fact that 5 children were killed there. The remains were never located. The dream that Mike had is repeated, but this time, when he makes an effort to confront one of the children, he is assaulted and wakes up to discover that he has been physically injured. However, Vanessa is the one who tends to his wounds to make them better. On the third night, Jane employs a bunch of criminals to vandalize the restaurant in order to get Mike fired. This would allow her to win custody of Abby, which would be a significant step toward achieving her goal. At the same time as the restaurant is being broken into, the animatronic mascots of the establishment, Freddy Fazbear, Chica, Foxy, and Bonnie, come to life and kill the criminals. The fact that Abby's babysitter Max is one of the vandals necessitates that Mike bring Abby to his next shift in order to deal with the situation. Once again, the animatronics manifest themselves, this time with a hostile attitude against Mike while maintaining a pleasant attitude for Abby. The animatronics make her a friend, despite the fact that Vanessa and Mike are unwilling to do so. Mike is the one who finds out that the animatronics are possessed by the spirits of children who have passed away. These ghosts are headed by a boy with blonde hair and are said to converse about a yellow rabbit on a regular basis. Mike tells that he had been taking sleeping pills every night in order to relive his dreams and find out who abducted his brother Garrett when he was younger. The abduction of Garrett that occurred when he was young became a cold case. Mike also adds that he had been using sleeping pills. After becoming more concerned about Abby's growing friendship with the animatronics on the 4th night, Vanessa gives Mike a stern warning to refrain from bringing her back to the restaurant. Mike goes back to the restaurant during the day and takes an excessive amount of his sleeping medications, which causes Abby to get very frustrated. As a result, Mike asks Jane to watch Abby. A second time, the 5 children make an appearance inside the dream and inform Mike that he may remain with Garrett for the rest of his life in return for Abby. Abby is taken back to the restaurant by Golden Freddy, mutation of Freddy Fazbear that is possessed by the blonde boy. Golden Freddy is responsible for the murder of Jane, which takes place in Mike's home. During the course of his dream, Mike is subjected to many assaults, and when he awakens, he is restrained to a torture apparatus that is attempting to rip off his face. He manages to get away from the machine and depart the restaurant, but unfortunately, he sustains serious injuries before Vanessa comes to assist him. Vanessa discloses that she is the daughter of the serial murderer who killed his brother and the other 5 children, William Afton, and that the animatronics and souls of the children are under his control. This revelation comes after Mike had described his dream. She also informs him that they would most likely make an effort to kill Abby, which is a source of great dismay for Mike. Abby is brought into a back room by Chica, and he travels to the restaurant with the appropriate tools to destroy the animatronics and free her. Chica is the one who does the rescue. An attempt is made by Chica to murder Abby by placing her inside of an animatronic suit that has spring locks. However, Mike manages to destroy the majority of the animatronics, which allows Abby to be saved. On the other hand, he gets assaulted by Chica's cupcake, and he is separated from Abby, who is attacked by Foxy but is rescued by Vanessa. Both animatronics are killed, but just as the gang is about to leave the restaurant, William, who has been discovered to have been acting as Steve Raglan and having murdered Garrett, enters wearing the Spring Bonnie outfit, which is now deteriorating. He knocks Mike unconscious and then re-enables the animatronics. In light of the fact that they are in need of an understanding of the reality, Abby starts sketching a picture of William killing the children. Meanwhile, Vanessa distracts him by shooting him, but she is then stabbed. As a result of Abby displaying her artwork to the animatronics, they become hostile against William. The cupcake animatronic bites off a portion of his costume as he is surrounded by the pizzeria's primary mascots. This causes the spring lock mechanism that is contained inside the cupcake animatronic to activate, which then causes his corpse to be crushed as he is taken into the back area of the restaurant and imprisoned up. Despite the fact that Mike and Abby carry a wounded Vanessa out of the restaurant, she soon enters a coma and is sent to a hospital immediately after the incident. Mike will continue to watch after Abby, and the two of them will go back to living their usual lives. In a scene that takes place in the middle of the credits, Golden Freddy watches as William, who is dying, bleeds out in the corner. Shortly after that, he closes the door on him. After the credits have rolled, there is a scene in which Balloon Boy is seen entering the vehicle of a taxi driver.